Bitcoin's been showing a few signs of weakness, so I just want to throw a couple warnings on your radar here. For one, I mean, it's not all hope is lost yet. The fact that we did break above this resistance here, and so far we are holding this as support, not all hope is lost there because that is looking good. Obviously, we do have some resistance up ahead. However, if we do end up actually breaking to the upside, I think we're going to come into some serious resistance around that 18K region. And then even if we break above that, I think we might even have resistance just a little bit higher, up even closer to 19K here. I have about 18.7 somewhere in there. So, I mean, there's no doubt about it with the recent events in the crypto market. There's obviously a whole bunch of resistance up ahead, even if we are going to break to the upside. For now, what I would be watching, where I might start to get a little concerned, is if we get a third touch point on this green trend line here. You can see just started back here, got a second touch point here. If we get a perfect third touch point and then we end up breaking below it and retesting it as resistance, I would start to think that we're going to take a little dump to the downside here. We may actually end up just setting another higher low. So kind of if we would end up holding that 16K level, then that could actually be quite nice for the market since we did break above this resistance earlier. But that being said, guys, if 16K can't hold again, then I think we're going to go back kind of targeting our lows previously here. And if that level drops, you guys, I just think that it's only a matter of time until Bitcoin would end up hitting $14,000. And I think that might happen quite quickly at this point. I know it's a level everyone's waiting for. So if we do end up sweeping this level that has acted as this little double bottom on a 4 hour, so that's a significant double bottom here that did play out and get this little bounce. So yeah, I think if we lose that level, things could just get a little volatile to the bearish side for a little bit. And just a couple other warnings that were kind of thrown at us that we were going to see this little retrace here. And like I said, if we start or just continue setting higher lows, this would be absolutely fine. There's just a couple warnings that are being fired off at us here. For one, we did have this little failed break of just this swing high here. So a little bit of a swing fail pattern there. And also at this double top kind of area here, we did have this just bearish pivotal warning signal on the MDX oscillator 4 here. And even on the second top here, you can see that it was looking a little bit towards the top of the bands and getting into some heavy resistance there. Looking down at the MDX oscillator 5, same thing, we were kind of getting into this overextended area, just kind of tapping away at resistance and getting this little red dot here as well. And on top of that, these deviations up here. So, I mean, there was warning signs there on the MDX indicators. And also even on the RSI here, we have a fairly obvious bearish divergence on the 4 hour here on the RSI as well to go with this double top. So, I mean, the signs were there that we were going to see a bit of a pullback. Is this going to be it? And are we going to hold this support? And especially, we do have this horizontal support here meeting up with this upward sloping trend line. So maybe we are able to find some kind of support and bounce to the upside. But like I said, if we end up kind of testing this and respecting it as resistance, I think that's where we got to start looking to the downside. Just really zooming out here, this would be my weekly chart here. I have been pointing out this green support box on the weekly time frame, just this cluster back here from our previous market cycle all-time high, as well as this little month-long consolidation we had on our parabolic run to the upside last bull market. We are still getting candle body closes above the bottom of that box, so that is something to consider. However, that being said, I just mapped out this yellow line just before starting this video here. This is a line that I never really paid attention to before, but it does line up fairly nicely with a lot of things, including our lows from June here. So to see that old support here flipping into resistance, I mean, that could be another warning sign that we're about to dump towards that 14K level. And if that doesn't hold, guys, I mean, that's where we're starting to target closer to 10K, I think. But obviously there's a few things that have to happen before we end up seeing those targets. It doesn't have to happen. I'm just throwing these out as possibilities that could happen. So just a few interesting levels to watch in the market there. I typically am more of a scalper anyways. I play on shorter time frames usually. I like the 5 minute, but something that I do is obviously I do look at larger time frames, kind of get a general idea of where I think the market is going. But then I'm really zoomed in here to a degenerate time frame just on the 5 minute. But something that's very nice, you guys will probably know that lately I've been talking a lot about these MDX algo indicators. I just love them. But this is a great scalping tool. This is the MDX Algo 3. And something real interesting that you can do is you can add trend confluence. So you can pick what kind of moving average you want. That would be my red line here. And then you can pick what time frame it has confluence on this chart. So right now I am getting a good general kind of overview of what the hourly chart is doing, even though I'm on a 5 minute chart. So that's very cool. You can see how just how accurate that was after we ended up flipping this moving average from green to red. Once the price starts catching up with that indicator, I mean, it is really a great level to end up watching for little scalp trades. Sorry, getting tongue-tied. Something else you can do, you can add signals where it'll actually, show long and short signals as well. So, I mean, those start going off when you're close to this indicator, matching up with your own analysis. If you're watching this area for resistance already, or looking for double tops, whatever, and you see this confluence, it's pretty cool how you can just match up different charts together like that. Even zooming into the 1 minute here, same thing. It's going to be that same moving average. It's going to be based on the 1 hour chart, even though I'm on the 1 minute chart. And just look how, since I have that trend confluence checked, it's not going to give me a whole bunch of choppiness. Like if I take that off, you'll start to see long signals in the mix as well. But when you check that trend confluence, it actually just kind of gives you the signals that it thinks on the longer time frame kind of match up. So very cool feature with that indicator. Just like I said, very cool tool for helping with scalp trading and that kind of thing. Just giving you an overall view of the longer time frames like that can be so useful, because I know I say on my videos a lot, you guys, I don't mind trading the 5 minute chart and stuff like that, but I always like to know what the general market is doing. Like I'm looking at the hourly and the 4 hourly and doing analysis, and then zooming into the 5 minute to pick my entries. And that's where this can be really powerful and interesting, is you get a general idea of what the hourly is up to, and then you start looking into these shorter time frames and seeing how it's matching up with it. So very cool little tool for the toolbox, really, for TradingView there. I've been loving it. If that is something you guys are interested in, by all means, don't feel obligated by any means, but I do have a referral link down below, and they do have a 7-day free trial. So if it's something you want to try and you cancel your subscription before the week is up, cancel it a day or two ahead of time if you don't like it, and you won't end up getting charged for it. So it is free if you just want to try it, but if not, that's totally cool too. But yeah, I've been really liking this indicator. It's a very cool tool for as far as scalping and stuff. Like I said, if we end up flipping these June lows into resistance here, I mean, we could be in a very rough position and be seeing some crazy volatility to the downside. But that's the fun in being a trader, is volatile times. Whether it's down or up, it's more exciting than just trading sideways. So I welcome the volatility whichever way we're going. And yeah, if you guys appreciated my take on the market today, do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. With that, I'm out. Stay safe, my friends. Peace.